Hey people, it's Tuesday and I'm Terrietime, and I'm just going to do a little drive and ride, and I may do a little bit of a missing person, a 30-year-old missing person case in Grand Saline. Judy Marie Foster. Actually, one of my husbands, number 5. I don't know if he was ever questioned. I think he was, but I was questioned about it. So it's kind of personal. And I can show you where she was disappeared from. And my daughter was in high school at the time, and she heard that the girl wound up in Grand Saline City Lake. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't know if they ever looked for her in there. But I do know that she was a snitch. And they had several suspects, but it's never been solved to this very day. It's 30 years old. Google it. Judy Marie Foster, Grand Saline, Texas, missing person. Never has been solved. And this is the only murder or missing thing I've ever been questioned in. And they were actually asking me about my ex-husband, because he had been seen with a female on the back of his bike, which was no big deal. He was the biggest whoremonger I was ever married to in my life. He had women on the back of that bike all the fucking time. So I don't know if he ever gave her a ride or knew her or anything, because he never told me anything. And I didn't know anything to tell the detectives, because if they tried to figure out every woman he had to back on that bike, they'd still be trying to figure it out. But I do remember when it happened. I absolutely remember when it happened. And there's a parking lot in Grand Saline. They don't even do it anymore because everybody's got phones. But back in the day, in the 90s, when I would get off work on the night shift from the salt mine, there was a parking lot called the Bear Grounds. And it's where all the kids gathered up and drank beer and visited and had their tailgates down and that kind of thing. Well, my other friend Sharon, that you've all met, she had left a car down there in the Bear Grounds, knowing that it was going to get repossessed. So that's where she left it so they could find it. Well, this girl happened to disappear from that spot. I never knew the girl. Let me make that clear. I never knew her. Never knew her at all. And they questioned Sharon about it. And Sharon was working at a truck stop then. Not working a lot like me, working field desk. And they came and asked her about it because her car was there. She didn't know anything because she'd parked the car there so the repo people could come and get it. Then they came to my house, not the house I live in now, another one, and questioned me about my husband at the time. Might he have given a girl a ride? I said, hell, he gives everybody rides. I don't know what he does, what he doesn't do. As far as I know, they never questioned him. They might have, I don't know. Then my daughter, who was a high schooler at the time, heard rumors at the school that she had been dumped in this city lake where I'm going to take you. Don't know if they ever checked it. Don't know if there's any truth to it. Nothing. When they went and interviewed Sharon, she was at the truck stop. She didn't know nothing about the chick. She just left her car there because it was a good place to have the repo people come get it. So this is all I know about it. But when I was thinking about taking you guys on a drive, I thought, well, that would be perfect because it's right there where I live. I know exactly where the parking lot was that she disappeared from. She had the information that I got, and this is all hearsay, my opinion. She was down there partying with a bunch of people, and she got really, really drunk, and supposedly she fell out of the back of this pickup. And so her blood she hit her head or something, and her blood, I don't know if her blood was on the parking lot or in the pickup or not. But anyway, it was supposedly an accident because she got drunk. But the point is, nobody ever saw her after that. Nobody. And her daughter is looking for her. When I just Googled it to make sure I had the facts right, the daughter is looking for her. I think the daughter was about 12 when all this happened. if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's rather interesting, and it's right here local where I can show you where she disappeared, and I can show you where they think her body was. The other guy, they had two suspects. I can't think of their names, but I think they both died of drug. I don't think either one of them was still alive. And I think they interviewed the one extensively, and the other guy, I just kind of heard his name. I don't really know if they interviewed him or not. But anyway, it was over drugs, and it was over her being a snitch. The whole thing. So neither one of those guys ever got arrested. I don't even know if they ever interviewed my ex. If they did, he never said nothing to me about it. So I'm going to show you those two areas. I think it might be fun. I like to see crime scenes at the spot. And I hadn't thought of this girl in a long time. I just thought of her this morning because I had talked to Sharon. And then I was thinking what I was going to talk about today to you people. And I didn't know if you wanted to see the dogs again. And I got shit to do anyway. I'm going to be on the road because Tuesday's my busy day. So I thought, well, I'll just take them on a little crime scene reporting. I don't have a picture of the girl. I probably wouldn't show it to you if I did, because if the daughter's still looking for her, I don't want to bring up memories of her. But I do remember. I remember a lot about it. And I didn't know one of the guys that they questioned the most. I didn't know him at all. I knew his name, but the other guy that they questioned that's passed now, I knew his brother real well because his brother worked at the salt mine with me. So I knew who they were. Oh, and look at my nails. Aren't they fantastic looking? And I'm still a woman, people. I haven't had any sex change or anything. I'm still a female. Always have been, always will be. So I might show you some scenery. But basically, it's the same road you've seen as many times as I've done these driving rides. And I'm hoping I can find this stupid lake so I can show you, because it's like a water reservoir thing. I haven't been out to this place probably 15 years. I used to meet a lot of guys out here, a lot of guys, because either I was married or they were married, one or the other. This was one of our meeting up places, so it's going to have a lot of memories. Not just part of the missing persons investigation. And I'm not sure, I'm not positive about this, but I think they did an episode about this on Unsolved Mysteries when Robert Stack, when it first came out, when Robert Stack was the host. I'm not positive. If they didn't do one, I think they were talking about doing one. It would have been a perfect one to do, because not a lot of the people are still alive. Me and my Sharon is, and my ex is, and me, but I wasn't really involved in it. I didn't find out nothing about it until everybody else did when it was in the paper. Missing persons. Then my daughter started hearing rumors, because you know how high school kids gossip. She told me what they were saying. And then Sharon had just by chance left her car there for the repo people to get it. And she happened to work at that truck stop where one of the suspects used to come a lot. She didn't know him either. So it was all rather interesting. They have never arrested anybody. They've never made any. I just checked it today. I Googled it to make sure the girl hadn't been found or something and I didn't know about it. And there's nothing. 30-year-old mystery. Still a mystery. Still a missing person. But just the thought of getting questioned by the detectives, two of them came to my house asking me about my ex. I said, he's a big whoremonger. Good luck trying to figure out everybody he's had on the back of that bike. You'd be going to your retirement trying to find all them women. Well, I don't know if he took somebody for a ride from there. He took people for rides all the time as females. We talked about it a little bit, but like I said, bikers don't run their mouths, so I don't know if he was ever questioned. I don't know if he ever knew anything about it or not. I'm just telling you what I know from my own first experience. And I want to give a shout out to Joey Dimes, Johnny Mac, Mob Tube, Bottom Feeders, my sweet little Sophie from West Virginia. Durkee's doing good. He had a birthday. His mother looks good. His podcast is doing good. They've kind of moved on and left him alone. Thankfully, I'm glad, because he's been making their channels for too many years. They need to come up with their own stuff like me, do crime scene stuff like I'm going to do today. Oh, I already showed you my nails, and I'm so proud of them. The little green hyena paw prints. And I'm not going to do it today, because like I said, I don't feel like going home, walking around the yard and everything. I'm going to walk around this lake. But I was going to show everybody, since I have seen some very, very, very disturbing videos of the pizza dude, the animal abuser. I would never see him at all unless somebody was playing clips. And that dog is definitely abused. The dog does not dare to make a move. It is scared. It looks like it's losing weight. My heart breaks every time I see that dog. And I was going to show you how we've seen them. My dogs are happy-go-lucky, wagging their tails. Some of the dogs are in their teens. They're all happy. None of them are scared of me. They're not cowed down. They're happily loved, and it breaks my heart to see a dog that's had its spirit totally broken. I can see tied up somewhere in the elements, and when they walk in there, the dog is probably acting like it acts, which isn't normal to me. I've got 18-year-old dogs that dare to move around more. That dog doesn't dare to make a move. You can tell. It's watching him all the time just to say, oh, what am I supposed to do? And it lays there so lethargic. But I'm telling you right now, there's nothing any kind of rescue person can do to get that dog, because unless something is really obvious, I know people have got the videotapes of him pulling it, beating it. I've heard it scream myself. But I don't even know if they could go in and do anything with the video, because the guy moves around. Each county, sometimes each county, I know each state has their own jurisdiction. Each little town has their jurisdiction. You would have to catch him right then at that minute. And these people don't get in no hurry, believe me. They ain't getting paid that much. By the time you called something in, it might be a week before they ever came and checked it out. I know. I've been there. Wasn't part of the Humane Society, but I've been in the rescue. And I finally had to give it up because it was too heartbreaking. You just can't save them all. You just can't. And it just makes you lose your soul. It just, how can people even do that? And then when you save one, there's 200 more that could be saved. So I had to get out of it. I don't do it anymore. I can't. I'm kind of a mean person, but when it comes to animals, no way. And some of the stuff I've seen, I don't even want to tell you about. And I've seen dogs in the grooming business that have not been groomed probably in their whole life with mats and called the Humane Society, and they won't do anything because they say, well, they're trying to get the dog groomed now. We can't rip. So they're not going to jump and run, people. They are not going to jump and run over that stuff. Even though we see it and we know it, when they walk in there and see the dogs in the room and the dog's not emaciated and the dog's acting like it acts, they're not going to do a psychology on it and say, well, that dog looks real scared or something. They have to have evidence to take an animal. So, I've just decided for myself, I'm not going to watch any more videos of him. I just can't do it. I can't stand it. It just breaks my heart too much. And to see how happy my little dogs are every time I'm around them, and if I walk outside that fence for 5 minutes, they're all sitting there ganged up waiting for me to come back and coming to me. That dog, I can just tell the dog is terrified of him. Terrified. Now I'm hoping I go up the right street to get to this damn place, because I haven't been out to this lake. I know it's been 15 years at least. I think I already went by it, but I'm going to take a chance that it's this last road out here. Just take a little old chance. I think it's this road right here. Yep, this is it. Been a long time we're going down memory lane, people. his phone around, because I don't believe there'll be any cops around here to stop me. Well, hang on, let me find it first, because this is just the first turn. I need to make sure I get to that lake. And I hope it's not closed, because there was another place I was going to show you called Clark's Ferry, where supposedly, when I moved here, all the rivers and lakes around here are half dried up anyway, because they're all man-made, and Texas doesn't get enough rainfall to keep a good lake. But there's this thing called Clark's Ferry, where supposedly a school bus went off a bridge or something. That doesn't even make sense, because the little river ain't even big enough to have a bridge. But that's the story. And a bunch of kids got drowned on the school bus. And the story is, you could go out here to Clark's Ferry at night, you would hear them kids screaming to be saved. Well, I never heard anything. I was out here a bunch of times, never heard no kids screaming, never heard nothing. So I don't know if the story's based in fact. I doubt it. I think it's kind of like every town has their own little story that they tell. Now, I've got to figure out where to turn to go to this city lake, and there's not going to be no sign for it. Ooh, there's something new. There's a blade sharpening place. I may be able to get my clippers sharpened out here. I don't see no place to turn yet. I may not even be able to take us on this little tour, because I may not be able to find the damn road it's on. This might be it right here. I'm going to think, boy, this house looks awful junky. It don't look right. But this is the road, man. It's changed, folks. We may just be going on a wild damn goose chase. I used to ride the Harley all out on these roads because I wasn't that good at riding it, and if I fell down in front of traffic, I wanted to be on a back road somewhere where I wouldn't get run over and killed. You like my braids? That wild hair looks good every now and then, but I still like my braids. That way I can have both braids and wild hair. That's what you can do when you're a female. I hope this is right, because this is not looking right to me. I bet we're going to wind right back on Highway fucking 80. Now, I don't know any of these places. All this shit looks brand. Ooh, there's a skinny cow. See, I feel like calling animal shelter over that cow with skin and bones that I just passed. Black skin and bones cow. I don't know if this is right. This is not looking right, people. I should have done a test drive before I came out here. Acted stupid, not being able to find my place. Damn. Hang on. What's this right here? I found it. You're in luck, people. Here it is. This is where my daughter heard in high school 30 years ago, people. Picture back 30 years ago. Now, I have met more men out here. Oh my God, this brings back so many memories. Lots and lots and lots and lots of memories. So I'm going to get out and turn this around and just show this to you. Okay, folks. I'd meet my people out here. Now, this is Grand Saline City Lake. This is where my daughter heard that they got rid of the girl's body. But I have no idea how she, if there's any truth to that. It was a rumor. Wow. Here we are, people. Crime reporting on the scene. I don't know if that's a dock over there or what that thing is. I don't remember that ever being here. But anyway, here, I don't know if that, I'm going to walk over there and see if that thing is a dock. I hope I don't get on a snake. heard there used to be some big fish in here. I'm not a fisherman. Never have been. I don't think that's a... I don't know what that thing is. Damn. No, that's not no dock. You can't walk on it. But anyway, here it is. I still remembered where it was. Looks like there's some new shit over there they got. Looks like that one thing, that tall thing, is like a deer stand or something. Quiet lake. Just me. And all these little towns in Texas have these. This is where they get their water from. Every little town has its own little lake. Canton has a little lake. Edgewood has a little lake. This is the Grand Saline City Lake. Very peaceful. Boy, it's nice out today, too. Nice breeze. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah. Here's your boat ramp, folks. And if you want to Google that, you can either Google the girl's name or just Google missing persons, Grand Saline, Texas, and she'll come up. And then you can actually know what I know. Actually visualize it like I do. Oh, wow, does this bring back memories? Man, I've met a bunch of dudes out here. Far enough away from home to not get caught, but great place to hook up. I'm going to reveal my guy soon. Not yet. Not quite ready yet. Because we haven't known each other. We've only known each other about a month. I don't want to jump off something too quick. Because I don't have a very good track record getting along with people. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear the birds. But I'm going to take you back down where we came from and show you the actual parking lot that she disappeared from. Wow, this got memories. It hadn't changed a bit. This is my parking spot right here where I'm at. Oh, look. Evidence, evidence. Same thing's going on. Was going on when I was coming out here. Except I'm not much of a drinker, but... Wow. Memories, people. You should all try this. You should all get out and touch the grass. And actually go down memory lane. It'll do you some good. So I'm going to put this back on me. Back on me. I'm going to go drive back out of here. Oh, I'm so glad I found this place. I don't want to hear this stupid seatbelt thing going off. Nobody here at all. There used to be at least somebody down here fishing. Everybody stays inside so much now, nobody gets out and does anything. Oh, these are some ruts. But I think my little Volkswagen can handle it. It's never let me... But I was bringing a truck out here when I was meeting people. My work truck. I hadn't met anybody out here. Look, I've had my house. I haven't met anybody out here since I got my house and got rid of the last guy I was married to. I do what I want to now. I can take them right to the house. I ain't got to try to find hiding spots. Alrighty. That was easier than I thought. Well, I'm going to turn this around so you can see what I'm looking at. There we go. That's perfect. That is a perfect little ride. Oh, yeah. Brings back memories. Lots and lots of memories. Well, I could take you up around the hills of Pennsylvania and show you some memories too. I've still got a set of keys, and if I think of it, I'll show them to you. When I was an airline stewardess, I had keys to apartments in lots of cities. Oh, here's that poor cow. Now see, I feel like calling animal abuse people about her. Look how skinny she is. Bones are I'm sorry, baby. I wish I had some hay. I'll give you some hay. And there's the dude. Feed your cows, buddy. I don't even know if they're his cows. That one looks skinny, too. I know some of you people have never been in the country, let alone Texas. So you might enjoy looking at some of this stuff. This town that I live in, Grand Saline, it says 3,000 people on the city limit sign, but I got news for you. There's no 3,000 people in this town. You're seeing about all of it right now. This shit right here is just past the hospital, I'll show you. And if you go out there farther, you'll go to that place I was talking about where the story about the school bus was, which I think is a crock. I don't think that damn river had enough water in it to have no bridge. Never has since I've lived here. Now, I used to live over here. And I'm not going to go by there, but I used to live in that direction. Now I live more towards the salt mine. I don't even come over here anymore. You and me are watching this together because this is not my neck of the woods. I don't even come over in this part anymore, ever. I stay on my own side of town. I can't show you a rent house I own though. I don't know if I can, it's not, it's the wrong street. I can't show you now without, here's a little hospital. Little tiny hospital for a little tiny town. I don't even know if it's open anymore. I got my doubts about it. Heck on, I may see if I can find my old rent house. I hope I didn't get up by this school zone. Looks like that's exactly what we're going to do. Showing kids running. This is my little town, people. I don't know if this is... Hang on. Do you remember watching Gunsmoke? Not our Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke TV show. And the guy named Festus? I'll show you his house. He lived right there in that house. Right there. That was Festus's house. That was one movie star from here. And then I'm thinking maybe you've heard of Sissy Spacek. She's from Quitman, Texas. They got a big sign in that town that says home of Sissy Spacek. The guy from Tyler, I can't think of his stupid name. He's good looking. Anyway, he's from Tyler. Been some football players from Tyler, from Texas. This is where the bank guy used to live that owned the bank. He's died. Wiley Garland. I'm outliving everybody. That's why I have to get such young guys, because the ones my age are on fucking oxygen, barely can walk. What am I supposed to do with an old fart? I'm not no nurse. I'm not taking care of somebody. They better be in shape if they want to fool with me. I got me a young one now. I'll tell you that. He's going to have to be trained. I'm going to show you my rent house. Because my other house is, I'm pretty sure my other house is gone. Let's see if I can find it. Hell, the rent house may be gone by now. Haven't been up here in ages. Looks kind of the same. Looks the same around here. Wow, it's been a long time since I've been on this side of town. A long, long time. Let me see. Here's the school. That hasn't moved. It's still right where it was. Now I'm trying to find... let's see. That house is empty. Holy mackerel. Somebody come out here and flip these houses and make some money. Okay. This was my... this don't even look the same at all. My place is gone. I had a place on that corner right there on the other end of that mobile home. It's totally gone. There's nothing there now. I've got pictures I can show you. Now, this was my rent house right here. I lived right there across the road, and this was my rent house. Bought it for $4,000 and sold it for $14,000. Had it about 5 years. And then my house was right here where this telephone pole is. This is where my house was. It's totally gone now. And just like now, I own a house, and then I've got a rent house real close where I can keep an eye on it. But I'm about to get out of the rent business. I don't like renting. Even though I've got good renters, I just don't care about it anymore. Oh yeah, this is memory lane, folks. I'm going to get down here and I'm going to show you the parking lot that girl disappeared from. Well, we called it the Bear Grounds. People here in Grand Saline called it the Bear Grounds. It's actually just a parking lot, but I'll show it to you. Since I showed you the other part of it, and if you Google what I told you to Google, if you really want to look it up, they may show some pictures of that girl. I'm not going to show them. She lived up in here somewhere on one of these streets. I'm forgetting which one. But she was right here from Grand Saline. Her last name was Foster. I'm thinking she lived over on that road closer to where the hospital was. Man, it's been a long time since I've been over here. I just stayed to over on that other side, and then I hit 80, or I hit Interstate 20. I don't ever come through town. Ever. Now, that's the guy that owns the pharmacy. And he is, the parking lot where we're going is where his pharmacy is. This used to be the old kindergarten building when we first came to Texas. That's where my daughter went. We're almost to the parking lot. It's almost over with because I want to show you where she disappeared from. And then I'm going to cut this off. Oh, wow. There's another house I used to hang out at all the time. That little tan one right there with the tan window shades. That one right there. The Birkin, that's an old place. I remember a lot going on there. I don't even know if these people are still alive I used to be with. That's sad. When you get old, you lose all your friends. You lose all your family. And you're living and healthy, you're thankful, but in a way, you've lost. Oh, this little place right here. No, we aren't to it yet. Hang on. Here's a restaurant, but everything is turned into Mexican food, and I don't like Mexican food. That place right there just used to be a regular buffet. Now it's all Mexican. I don't even go in there. Oh, here's a little juvenile delinquent place. Used to be a car dealer, and they turned it over, and they put their little juvenile delinquents in there, little young kids, the ones that aren't even. There's the one and only motel in this town, and it looks empty. People, I think there's a motel for sale. It's either empty or they only got one person. Okay, this is the Bear Grounds. This is where the girl disappeared from. Right here. They used to gang up in here at night. The young kids did. And Sharon's car, the one that she left here to be repoed, is about right there where that white Suburban is sitting. And there wasn't a Dollar General in here then. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't a Dollar General. And the girl disappeared from this parking lot. And right there is Economy Drug, that big fine house we went by. He owns that drugstore right there. Anyway, Sharon left her car here. Everybody used to pile up out here on their little tailgates and that stuff and drink. The cops didn't really fuck with them because they weren't bothering anything. But I think after this happened, they kind of cleared this out. Made all the kids go somewhere else. Well, now the kids don't do anything anyway. Shit, there ain't nothing going on here. This town is a ghost town, folks. All these buildings are empty. I never come down here. I don't know when the last time I came through this part of town is. There's my pizza place where I deliver. That motel looks empty. Look at that. One damn car sitting there. VFW. Oh, yeah. Lawnmower shop. Man, this town is a dead town. Hope we don't have to sit here forever. Come on, buddy. Drive. I was hoping I wouldn't have to throw a fit today, but if I have to keep waiting on you, I'm going to. I'll show you our little cop station, because we're going to have to go right by it to get to my house. This right here used to be a restaurant. I don't know what the fuck it is now. Your guess is as good as mine. Looks like a junk hole. Okay. The little copper stoppers are right up here. Right there. See them? In fact, I'll just drive right up here by them. They ain't got nothing to do anyway. Here's a little police station. There's a fire station. There's more cops. More cops. Got more cops than they do people here. Library. Now we're on the home stretch. Because I don't ever hardly come past these railroad tracks. I go the other way and go to Canton, or I hit the interstate, go where I'm going. I don't come down through here. Look at that. Looks empty anyway. Looks like a damn ghost town. This little gun shop is closed. This used to be a gun shop. In fact, I got a gun with initials on it from there. They said, you ruined that damn gun getting your initials on it. Little barbecue thing. It looks empty. Oh, there's a couple of cars there. I showed you the salt mine once before, so I'm not going to drive by that again. Anyway, you saw where the girl disappeared. You saw my old date mating place. Because I don't know if the girl's in there or not. I don't know if they ever looked for her. Never heard any more about it. That's why I Googled it this morning to make sure there wasn't any breaking news. This is my road. My road. There is my rent house coming up right there. And here is my place. And my trash has been dumped. There's in my shoe shed. And here we are. Ching-a-lang's place. And there's the cattle ranch across the road. Home, people. I hope you enjoyed this little road trip you took with me. Google that if you want to find out more about that missing person. See the pictures and stuff. Anyway. Oh, I got to shake the pills. Durkee had a birthday, folks. And somebody was asking me about his mom, and she looked great. Durkee, this is for you. Van Zandt County, Texas, mating call. So, everyone, arrivederci. Ciao. See